Jai Baba, everybody. Janice, can you take over?
Yes. Beloved Avatar Meher Baba ki Jai. Welcome all to our Thursday session. Let us all begin with Baba's prayer. Beloved God, help us all to love you more and more and more, and still yet more, till we become worthy of union with you. And help us all to hold fast to Baba's Dharma till the very end. Beloved Avatar Meher Baba ki Jai. Avatar Meher Baba ki Jai. Avatar Meher Baba ki Jai. So today we have Jimmy Khan join us from the Bombay Center. But before we proceed with this, um, I would like to make a few announcements. So the announcement is regarding our Baba's birthday celebrations that is going on. And this weekend on Saturday as well as Sunday, that's the 7th and the 8th of March, we have PC Nigamji joining us from Hamirpur, and he will be sharing he'll come down to Bombay and he will share his experiences from Bombay, all about Baba's experiences and anecdotes and everything about Mir Baba. And he really speaks well, and would request everybody to come to the center and listen to him. Along with him, we have Sahil Srivastav also join us. He's from Hamirpur and staying in Lucknow, and he will be singing devotional songs for Baba. So that is the program for this weekend, 7th and the 8th. Next week, we have the center's trip to Mehrabad. So we won't be having a program that weekend at the center. But following that, we have the young Baba lovers from the center. They will be sharing their uh, love for Baba in way of singing for Baba. And followed the week after that, we have Saurabh Uncle join us. Saurabh is Meher Baba's nephew. He will join us and share his experiences with beloved Baba. So these are the programs scheduled. And one thing to note is all these programs will be happening from the Avatar Mein Baba Bombay Center. There won't be any live telecast, but we will be recording all these programs and uploading them as soon as possible on our center's YouTube channel. So we have already uploaded Baba's birthday celebrations of the morning and the evening programs on our YouTube channel. I will share that link in the chat box, and you can visit and see and also subscribe to our channel so that you can be updated with more Baba related programs and events. Thank you so much. So now we have Jimmy Khan uncle from the center. So he's joined us. He will be talking about Baba's siblings and their experience, I mean, their families and all about Baba's siblings. So, Jai Baba Uncle Ji, all over to you.
Jai Baba everyone. Welcome to one more Thursday session. Today Sam is not around, so I've taken over from him. Today we will discuss and talk about a subject where most of you, almost every one of you are aware of. This is more of a revision, being the month of March, exam time. So let's revise this subject. Okay. Uh, Baba had 5 brothers and 2 sisters. Most of are under the impression that Baba had only one sister, namely Mani, but Baba had 2 sisters and 5 brothers. So let's start from the very beginning. The first one who was born to Sheriarji and Shirinmai was Jamshed. When Jamshed was born, let's go one step backward. When Sheriarji and Shirinmai married, Shirinmai was 15 and Sheriarji was 24 years elder than Shirinmai, so roughly 39, 40 years of age. At the age of 16, Jamshed was born. Now, when Jamshed was born, Shrinmai was a young girl. I will not call her a woman, a young girl. And she was just not ready for motherhood, for nursing, for looking after an infant. So, Baba's Masi and Masa, namely Daula and Faridun. Daula and Faridun, I presume they didn't have children, they didn't have kids. So Jamshid was adopted by Masi and Masa, and they looked after this Jamshid. Talking about Jamshid, Navroj, Jamshid and Baba's Navjot was performed together at Komrani Agyari at Pune. That a lot of Babalawas do not know about it, but their Navjot was performed together at Komrani Agyari. Jamshid was married and he was living at Pune. He was a young man, and once there was a kind of a function at Mehrabad, and Baba had called his brother Jamshed to be party to that, to be one of that. The program was over in the evening, and it was a little late in the evening, and Jamshed told the Mandli, the Babalas around, that he was going to Pune. He was leaving for Pune by either night train or night bus or whatever it is. Then he goes to Baba, his younger brother, and says, Baba, I'm going to Pune. There's one thing we need to remember is all Baba's siblings, brothers, sisters, they always call Baba, Baba, not Merwan. Maybe when he was young, when they were also young, the parents used to call him Merog. So maybe at that point in time, they used to call Baba Merog. But as he grew in age, as they grew in age, they always respected Baba and they always called him Baba, not Merog or not anything else. So he's telling Baba that Baba, I'm going to Pune. His house was there, his wife was there. He was 35 years of age. And first the Mandli said, you need to go, it's already getting dark. Stay back, go tomorrow morning. And he said, no, I have to go. Then he goes to Baba. Baba says the same thing. Why do you have to go now? Stay back, go tomorrow in the morning. Now, one peculiarity we need to understand about Meher Baba is, Baba never forced anyone. At most, he would tell someone twice. Then, like this, raising his hand. He won't pester someone, he won't force someone, he won't say, but I am telling you to stay back. He never did that. To his own brother, we are reading it right now. To his own brother, Baba, he raised his hand and he said, well, do whatever you like. The next day in the morning or afternoon, whatever, a telegram comes saying that Jamshid is no more, he's gone. We always say had he listened to Baba, maybe Baba could have saved him. Then the Mandli started crying. And Baba said, what is there to cry? His time was up. He was a maybe very cheerful fellow, very endearing fellow to the Mandli and Baba. But Baba said, there is nothing to cry. His time was up, and I did tell him to stay back. He didn't stay back. So you don't have to cry. Everyone has to go. So that's that. We come to the next, that is Meher Baba himself. Baba was born, I presume, a year later. By that time, Baba's mother Shrinmai was emotionally, mentally, physically ready to take care of the infant. So she took care of the infant. That was her, effectively, you may say, first child. So that's how it was. When Baba was born, as I recap and understand, they were living at Bopla house and not Baba house. Bopla house, we all have seen it. Those who do not know, those who have never been to Bopla house, and those who have been to Baba's house, if you stand at Baba house entrance, looking outside, diagonally opposite Baba house is Bopla house. It is that close. Maybe 15 steps and you are in Bopla house. But that house was little small, as compared to Baba house. So as the family grew and more children were born, they moved from Bhopla house to Baba house, which was and is rather relatively a bigger house. So, so they moved to Baba house. Yeah, the reason why, thank you. The reason why this place is called Bhopla house is at the door, as you enter at the door, on the left hand side, there's a round stone, a very beautiful round stone. And it's colored Bhopla color, which is yellowish orange. Yellowish orange. That's why it is called Bhopla house. Thank you. Then we come to Freni. You'll say, what? Who's Freni? Never heard of Freni? Yes. Freni, unfortunately, she died when she was very young. At the age of 6, Freni died. And Baba loved her because that was his first sister. And poor girl, she was gone by the time she was 6. So what happened was, now Freni is gone. What happened was, Ali Senior's brother Rustam. Rustam was married to a girl called whatever her name was. She was, if someone knows, please help. She was Meramai's sister also. Now Rustam was Ali Senior's brother, elder brother. So Rustam marries this lady and Baba changes her name from whatever that name was to Freni. If someone knows, please prompt me. So that's how Freni name as such continue. Then we come to Jal. Jal was a bachelor. Jal was a bachelor. I've seen him a number of times at maybe at Guru Prasad in Mumbai whenever he came. Jal was a bachelor and his profession was a photographer. Jal and Behram together were photographers. They would take Baba's photographs, they would send and they would develop the photographs. Now, at least I know where this development took place in Baba house. That's what is called, for those who are older generations like me, there used to be a small room at every photographer's either studio or house. That small room would be called a dark room. Dark room because to develop the film, you need a dark room. If you develop a film, if you open a film from the camera in light, it gets overexposed. So you got to develop this film in a dark room where there is a red bulb. Basically, just enough to see what that person is doing. That's it. Now this dark room, those who have seen Baba's room at the Baba house in Pune, as we remove our shoes, on the right, there's a string of rooms. The very first room next to Baba's room used to be the dark room where they developed the film and the photographs, etc. Now this parcel would be sent to Mani at Mehrabad, Merazad, wherever it is. And the parcel, and Mani would send this photographs parcel to the West for sale. So one day, it's a short story, one day she takes the parcel to Baba and says, Baba, touch it. Baba, hold it, Baba, touch it. So Baba does like this. Now, why Mani went to her brother Baba and say, Baba, touch it? Because she was typing a letter to the West saying that I'm sending a parcel of Baba's photographs. These are touched by Baba. So the moment she was about to type that these are touched by Baba, she stopped because she had not taken the parcel to Baba to touch. So she gets up from there, she goes to Baba and says, Baba, please touch. And Baba just does like this. She goes back to the table. She's not writing table, which was outside Merazad veranda. She's not veranda, the inside room. She's not very happy because Baba did not hold the parcel. Baba just did like this. What does it mean doing like this? I'm typing that this has been touched by Baba. So she goes back to Baba and says, Baba, please, can you please hold it for a second because I'm typing that these photographs are touched by Baba. So Baba said, if I do like this, my power, my force has gone through. Yes, Mani said, Baba, you only touched the brown paper, you have not touched the photograph. So at least hold. Baba said, if I do this, that what I did, my power went through the parcel, it went through your body, it went into the bottom of the bowels of the earth, and it came out from the other side of the earth. This is my power. So whether I hold it or whether I do just like this, it makes no difference. When we sit during savas, someone would bring a tokri of prasad, and Baba would do just like this, and the man goes off. That's it. That's how it was. So basically, this is about talking about Behram and Jal sending photographs abroad, and the money came from there, and that is how they lived. That is how Jal lived, Behram lived. Now, uh, Behram Jal lived his life with Baba. Wherever I'm talking about the early years, wherever Baba went, Jal was almost always there. I'm using the word almost because I know the right word to use is almost. He was almost always there. Thereafter, when I saw him during the 60s, Jal was living at Baba House. We all have seen Baba House. Jal was living at Baba House. So that is where Jal lived. He was single. And Jal was also a fundraiser. One second. Jal was also a fundraiser. I remember Jal coming to my house. We were living at Tardive in those days. He came, I opened the door and he said, Mama chair. And I said, Aoji. Then he came and he told my mother, Kaushal, I'm collecting chanda, I'm collecting donations for the Pune center. The Pune center was coming up, and he was the fundraiser for the Pune center. This was done with Baba's blessings. The Pune center coming up, the collection of funds, etc. Jal was given this job. So mom never turned away anyone. Mom gave him some money, some chanda for the Pune center. And what I remember is in maybe 60 or wherever it was in the month of May, the 1st of May, we were at Pune, and Jal had given one pass to my mother for the opening ceremony of Pune center, because we were already at Pune. I had gone with my mama to the Pune center, but mama had only one pass. So she went inside the hall, Pune center hall, where Baba had also come. He had inaugurated the center. But I was a young teenager, so I was roaming around. Zinia, get this. I was roaming around outside in the compound, because the moment the program started, the doors were locked. So those who were not invited were unfortunately outside. So that's that about Jal. He had a pleasing personality, and Jal's other job of, just I remembered, the other job of Jal was to receive the Westerners when they came to Pune from abroad, West, East, wherever it is. And yeah, thank you. When they first landed at Bombay was the port where they landed. Either Mirji Karkaria or Nariman or someone else would look after them. They would put them in the train, and from Pune railway station, Jal would take over and take them to either Ahmednagar, or put them on a taxi from where Ali Irani would take over from Ahmednagar. So Jal did this work also. And Jal would also take these foreigners, Westerners, to Baba House, Bhopla House, to other places of interest where Baba had worked in Pune. So it was like a baptism of telling these Westerners as to how and where Baba lived when he was in Pune. So that was Jal's work. Now we come to Behram. Behram, as I said, like Jal, he was also a photographer and doing the photography. But before I come, when Jal was single, as I remember reading, Jal had come to Bombay and he was working for a theater where he was the projector operator, the film operator. So for a few years when he was single, he lived in Mumbai and he was doing that job. Then he again moved back to Pune. Now, Behram, sorry. Behram was married and the story is very interesting. A short story, but nevertheless very interesting. Uh, Sheriar ji was taken from Pune to Bombay for medical treatment, and Baba's Baba's first disciple, Beli. It was Beli who took Sheriar ji from either Bhopla house or Baba house, must be Baba house by then. He took him by either Tonga or must be Tonga in those days. And from Tonga, Bailey lifted Shriarji, put him in the carriage, in the train, and Shriarji, he grabbed Bailey's hand as he was put in the carriage. He grabbed Bailey's hand and said, "I'm not coming back." He became emotional. Bailey became emotional. And Bailey said, "Shriyaji, am na bolo." But true to his word, he never came back. He died in Bombay. And Baba had sent someone for his last rites. One of the Mandli, I don't remember who, maybe one of his brothers or whatever. But that's that. Now, what happened was in the bargain, Shirinmai became alone at a big house, Baba house, and we come a little later for money. Money was schooling, she was in boarding house. Jal and Behram were with Baba, the other brothers were with Baba, and Shirinmai became all alone. She was afraid to stay in this big house. So she goes to Baba and says, Merwan or Merog, whatever she said. She said, "I am all alone now in this big house. You have taken all your brothers with you. What do I do? I'm all alone." So Baba had to come up with her trick. I'm sorry I'm using the word trick, but this is what it may be. So now somebody has to be with mother. She's an old lady. Somebody has to live in her last days or last years. So the whole family was around. I mean family, siblings. The family was around, and Baba is telling Behram, "Behram, I want you to get married." What? Baba, why pick on me? Tell Jal, tell this, tell that. Why are you picking on me? Why are you asking me to get married? Baba said, "Marry Perrin." Now Perrin was in their family, maybe second cousin or whatever. So Behram knew who Perrin was, a young girl, good looking girl. But he, like others, like Jal and others, he wanted to spend his life with Baba and not get married and have children and have family. So he said, "Baba, why me?" So I'm a Parsi, and in those days, we used to do this. We do like this. Baba did like this and said, "Mare khatar, mare khatar." Baba did like this, means for my sake. Now, Behram is stumped. He has nowhere to hide. He has nowhere to run. He has nowhere to go. When Baba says, "Mare khatar," much against his grain, much against his will, Behram had to succumb and say, "Okay, Baba, your wish, whatever it is." So this is how Behram got married. And Behram and Perrin lived at Baba house, giving company to their mother, Shirinmai. So that's how Shirinmai was pacified, that at least one of her offsprings is with her. So that's how it was. So this is about This is about Behram getting married. And through this marriage, they had 4 children. One was Sheriar. He was never called Sheriar. He was always called Sheru. Now Sheru was single, and he was. I'm not sure if I should be using a wrong term like a drifter, but in today's age we might call him a drifter. But he was young. He remained single. He didn't work. He was in his own world at the time. And I remember when I remember Mani, that Baba's sister Mani told someone, don't don't say anything against Sharia. Sheru, he's a very high soul, he's a very good soul. Don't pass any judgment, don't pass any comment against Sheru. So she stopped people using whatever casual language for Sheru. So that was Sheru, that was Sheriar. He naturally lived with his parents at Baba House. Then Gulnar. Gulnar was a young girl. She was married to
Change Sukarwala.
She was married to
Jangu.
Jangu Sukarwala. Jangu was a young engineer. He was not originally from Pune. He was living in a guest house, but a young man, an engineer, and there's a story how Baba selected Jangu. I'll make it brief. Behram had brought a few match for Gulnar. Gulnar was to be married. And Baba said, let's see, read out. So one name was read out. Baba said, next, next, next. And I don't know for what reason, nobody knows. It's not recorded anywhere why Jangu's, whatever you call it, letter or whatever name was right at the bottom. Baba said, બીજું કોઈ છે? બીજું કોઈ ધ્યાનમાં આવે છે? બીજું કોઈ ધ્યાનમાં આવે છે? So finally Behram had to say, હા બાબા એક છોકરો છે, એક young engineer છે. કોણ છે? કોણ છે? બોલો બોલો કોણ છે? So Jangu Sukhadwala's name was called out. Yeah, good, good. Baba said, I have very long and old connection with Jangu. Imagine the name that was last. Name that was last. Baba wanted that name to be called out. He said, Biju koi, Biju koi, Biju koi. Jangu's name was called out last. Baba said, I have my old connection with Jangu. Jangu is right for Gulnar. Now, I'm sure I have a bit of a time. Jangu was working very far. And in those days, Pune was the cycle capital of the world, almost, after maybe Amsterdam. And poor guy would ride for 1 hour, maybe 1 hour, more than one, to a factory outside of Pune and come back again. And so he would, by the time he came home, he was very tired. Somehow the word reaches to Baba that Baba Jangu gets very tired. He has a job very far off. Can he look for a job very close? And Jangu was there. So Baba is telling Jangu, you can't buy a scooter. You know, into the Lambretta, Vespa and Lambretta. Can't you buy a scooter? Can't you? And Jangu, poor guy, he was recently married. He was a young man. Now, where is the question of money to buy even a second-hand Lambretta? So he had to be honest. He had to be fair with Baba. He said, Baba, મારે just નોકરી મળે જ મારી પાસે પૈસા નથી. I don't have the money to buy a scooter, so I go on cycle. Then Baba is telling Jangu, why don't you ask Gulnar? Now this is, pardon me, in my language, in your language, this is ridiculous. Jangu, who is the working guy, he says he has no money, and Baba is telling, why don't you ask Gulnar? Now, Gulnar is a young 18, 19, 20-year-old. She's a housewife. She's not working. And Baba said, કેટલાનું આવે? Second-hand scooter કેટલાનું આવે? So Jangu said, Baba, tane ke jarnu આવે. Baba said, why don't you ask Gulnar? Now, how to tell Baba that Baba, તમે બી શું બોલો છો? But he didn't say that. He gulped whatever and he said, okay, Baba. He said, okay, Baba. So he goes home. Poor guy. He's telling Gulnar that this is what Baba said. આપણી પાસે દોર્યું નથી. And Baba is telling that Gulnarને પૂછ. So Gulnar said, wait on, hold on. She opens the cupboard. She takes out an envelope. Now in that envelope, there were all Laganna Parika, Peramnina Parika. And she opened this Parika. She started counting. And the total came to 3,000 rupees. He bought a scooter and his life changed. So that's about, okay, now let's come to Sorab and Rustam. Sorab and Rustam, we all know, were twins. They were, as I remember seeing them, they are 1 year younger than me. And in those days, as we sat together in the monthly room, they were handsome, they were stocky, chubby, goal, pinky. And they were anyone would look at them and they would fall in love with those young boys. That kind of personality they had. And Baba loved them so much. They entertained Baba to no end. So Baba would love their company, love their presence, etc. So that was Sorab and Rustam. Sorab is married to Shahnaz. Sorab is, by the way, Sorab is coming at the end of this month, or maybe end of this month, right? Sorab is coming here to give a talk. Don't miss it. Please come to the center. It's not going to be live. So if anyone has not heard Sorab and Rustam, Sorab is coming here. They are a big draw. I mean it, they are a big draw. Do come and listen to him. He'll entertain you to no end. So do take that chance and do come. I've always wondered about Meher Baba's DNA. Meher Baba's DNA, the human genome. Now, I feel that if someone wants to study or know about Baba's DNA, they should take Rustam or Sorab's blood and maybe some string of Baba's DNA you will find among Sorab and Rustam. So that's about Sorab and Rustam. Basically, that's about Behram. We'll come to Sorab and Rustam later. Yeah, I said Sorab is married to, I beg your pardon, Sorab is married to Shahnaz and Rustam is married to Parvin. Now, you may not know who Parvin is, but everybody knows Baba Khodaiji, everybody knows what's his name? Baba Khodaiji.
Beros.
Behroz, thank you. Everybody knows Behroz. Parvin is Behroz's sister. So that's Behroz for you. Now we come to Jahangir and Srimand. Jahangir unfortunately died when he was only 2 years old. So we don't know anything about him. And Srimand must be a girl. So that girl died when she was only 7 months old. So that's that. So they both died very young. In those days, a lot of babies died in their either infancy or when they were very small, because the medical advancement was almost, you may say, nil. There were doctors, but so all the patients had to come to Mumbai for treatment. Like Shiryaji was brought to Mumbai. So we don't have much to say about Jahangir and Srimand. Babana Bhaiben siblings, Baba's siblings. One of those 5 and 2. Okay, we come to Adi. Adi was called Adi Junior. Why he was called Adi Junior? Because of Adi Senior, who was Baba's secretary. Therefore, this Adi, Baba's younger brother, was called Adi Junior, who was Baba's secretary. At Baba's instance, Adi moved to England. Now, why and why? He wanted one of his to be in the West. Therefore, he requested Adi to move to England. And he had a curio shop there, and he was earning through that shop, antique shop. Adi was married to Gulu. Now, through their union, Dara was born. Dara and Amrit, Dara was born. So that's till Dara initially stayed with his aunt, uh, but after a certain years, the father Adi came back and said, "I want my son to come to England." So Adi took Dara to England, and till he was maybe in his early 20s, he was he was single, but he was in England. Then he got married to Amrit at Baba's behest. Baba arranged this wedding for Dara and Amrit. So Amrit moved to England along with Dara. They had two sons over there. But at a point in time, Dara and Amrit moved back to India to Mehrabad. Sorry? No, I'm coming. Now, now what happened was, uh, uh, Adi's, I don't know what I told you, Adi's wife died in childbirth, I think. Not Dara, not Dara's childbirth, maybe Dara's childbirth. So Adi married again, and from second to Freni, Adi married to Freni, and through that union, a girl was born. Yeah, Adi married to Freni, and Shirin was born to them. Adi and Freni, the second wife, through that union, Freni was born. I'll come to that a little later. Yeah, we come to money, the most interesting personality in Baba's family. Talking about money, Mani was 24 years younger than Baba. The same age difference as Sheriyarji and Shirinmai. When Mani was born, Baba goes to the hospital. He picks up money and cradles money, and Shirinmai says, Merog or Merwan or whatever it is, Merog and a Mukide and a Mukide and a Rajun Nawari bin Nati and a Mukide. Shirinmai had not touched money. But before, normally it's the mother who touches the infant first. But it is Baba who touched her first and rocked her. And naturally through that connect or through that connection, money became all Baba's. Now money started going to school, and every vacation, maybe after a certain age, she was in a boarding school. So after a certain age, money would not go to Pune from a boarding school, wherever that was, to be with Shriyaji and Shirinma and the family. She would go wherever Baba was, maybe Mehrabad or wherever else. So the parents were missing money, that money every time either she is in boarding school or she is with Baba and the women monthly, etc., etc. Now once when money was in school, she told Baba she doesn't want to study, she wants to come and stay with him. Nothing doing. You'll finish your schooling, you'll finish your school, finish your SSC, then I will take you. Till such time you'll have to stay in school, you have to finish your school. Then once Mani writes a very urgent letter to Baba saying that I've come to know you're going to break your silence. I want to come, don't break your silence till I come. You wait, I'm coming, then in my presence you break my silence. Did I get my hanky? I'm sorry. She said, you wait, don't break your silence, I'm coming. So Baba sent an urgent letter saying, thank you, thank you. Baba said, I'm not breaking my silence. You'll not come from school over here. You stay back, as in when I break my silence, I'll call you, but right now I'm not breaking. You stay back. So She stayed back. Now, SSC over, school over, and she joined Baba, wherever Baba was. I suppose at Mehrabad. And Baba said, from today onwards, you have to be Mehra's shadow. You have to be Mehra's shadow for all times. You be with Mehra, you look after her comfort, whatever, you be with Mehra. So true to Baba's words, and Mani must have said, Haji Baba, I will. So till the end, Mani stayed with Mehra. Wherever Mehra was, Mani was. So that is what.
Jimmy uncle,
Bolo ji.
Jai Baba. Just one request. Can you please place the mic a little closer to your mouth
Sorry,
because we sometimes find it dipping.
sorry.
Or I would suggest that you can put it on a stand so that you don't have to.
No. I'll hold it as close as possible. Thank you. I appreciate such thoughts because it helps others to understand me clearly. I appreciate.
So you can use your two arms to gesticulate once you put it on a stand. That is what I meant.
Now I'm running short of time, and that
Yeah.
will take time. I'm running
Jimmy
short of.
uncle, Jimmy uncle, one question I had. The brother Jal got married, and then after Jal, Behram's number comes, right?
I said Jal was single. He was a bachelor. He never married.
Acha, Behram got. I'm so sorry.
Behram,
Yeah.
Behram was
Okay.
married. Behram was married. Jal remained single.
My apologies. Thank you.
You don't have to, please, you don't have to do that. It's better that you ask for clarification rather than carry it as a doubt. So
Yeah.
please,
And
please,
Jimmy uncle, in God Speak, somewhere I have read that one of Baba's brother was very rude to him, or rather very indignant about accepting him as a god as a kid. He used to literally kind of harass Baba and say, "Why should I accept him as my, a god brother or some such thing?" One of them, I don't remember which name.
see, point number one, this is human. I repeat, point number one, this is human. Human
Mm,
because if my brother, suppose if my brother had said, I'm God, I would
mm,
have
mm.
given one tight slap. I'm sorry. But if one of our brothers said, he's sorry, if one of his brothers said that I don't believe you, I believe it. I believe it is human, it's common. But part B, it was Jal, it was Jal who told Baba very openly, I'm sure in front of others, that Baba, how do I know that you are God? You may be a saint, you may be a good human being, you are a good human being, but how do I know that you are a God? And Baba proved to him, story beside, Baba proved to him what Jal wanted to see and experience. So it could be Jal. You are right, it could be Jal.
Yes, thank you. Thank you
Sure,
very much.
sure. Yeah. Yeah, talking about coming back to money, yes, when Mani was young, she had a friend, and Baba comes along when they were together, and Baba is asking, I'm in good mood, ask and thou shalt receive. So he's asking that friend, that Mani's friend, she friend, what is it that you want? And she was a young girl, in spite of being a young girl, she says, now today's generation I can understand, but I'm talking 100 years ago. She said, I want a rich and a handsome husband. She said, I want a rich and a handsome husband. Baba said, Tathastu. Kind of Tathastu means, so be it, sure enough. And this girl was so. This girl was so. Now you understand what I mean by this girl was so. But when she grew up, she found a rich husband and a handsome husband. Yeah, and the best wedding, better than parents' wedding, grand, grand wedding she had. But I'm sorry to say, this young man died early. So sorry, so sad, so sorry, so sad. Baba said, Tatastu, it happened, but it didn't last. Then Baba is asking Mani, his sister, what do you want? And she said, she was young, mind you, a young teenager girl. And she said, Baba, I want to be with you. She said, Baba, I want to be with you. And till the end, she was with Baba. Well, Baba must have said that has to her also. So that's that. Yeah. Now, why, in retrospect, why did Baba tell Mani that you're not leaving your school, you're staying back? It was a good school, it was a convent school. Now, all those who pass from convent school, they have relatively better English than the other schools. No offense to anyone, but by and large, because the nuns speak in English all the time. They don't speak in Gujarati or Hindi or Marathi. They always would speak in English. So it makes a bit of a difference. So why do I say this? That Mani, when she was with Baba, once a month, she would type a letter, and that letter she would send to the West, to New Zealand, Australia in the East, and they were called family letters. She had written 82 family letters, 82, one a month. And the last family letter she wrote was 1 or 2 months after Baba dropped his body. Then, because there was nothing right to write, Baba said this and Baba did this, and Baba told us to do this, and Baba went here and Baba went there. So in that sense, after maybe 1 or 2 months, the letters ended. Now this has come out in form of a book, the family letters, 82 of them. Whoever wants to improve English, I repeat, whoever wants to improve English, whoever wants to see what English flowery language is, a superlative language, please come here on a Sunday, contact Menos, pick up from library 82 family letters and read them. I mean it. I've read all 82 of them. I always thought that my English was good, but blah blah. Maybe on 2 and 3 as compared to Mani's 10. So that is the language. Of course, Baba's sister, Baba's blessings, Baba's grace, everything put together. But you must read 82 family letters if you want to improve English. So that's that. Yeah, Mani took videos of Baba during East-West gathering. She would be she would be on the terrace of Guru Prasad, and Jangu Sukhatwala would help her with the films, etc. In those days, 8 mm or 16 mm. So she has taken videos of Baba when Baba was around, and even after during the East-West gathering, maybe also during the 65 gathering. So Mani did that. Almost like what her brothers Behram and Jal did, but Behram and Jal did photographs, she did videos. So that's, yeah, I beg your pardon, video is today's language. She took films. Yeah, I said she was Behra's shadow that I told you. Yeah, during Baba's time, for passing time, Baba would ask Mani to read. She had good diction, as I said, to Mani to read stories, and Baba liked stories which were fantasy stories, or there were some good authors that Baba liked. So Baba said, read his book, read his book. Baba liked detective stories, so she would read detective stories. So that's how she entertained Baba. She was a multi-talented. I've not seen anyone who's so multi-talented like Mani was. And when Baba was not around, she would write plays. She would conjure up humorous plays. She would write plays. She would also write songs. She would also write songs. The songs that were in the plays, they were also not the script alone, but even the songs that were sung were written by her. And she would direct the plays, she would produce the plays, the designing of the costumes, etc. She would do. So in that sense, she was a great woman. She knew sitar. Well, I haven't seen her playing sitar, but she knew how to play sitar as well. She had good voice. Of course, I've heard her singing, but she had lovely voice. She would sing very well. So that's multitask. Today we call it multitasking. She was multi-talented woman. Yeah, she traveled far and wide with Baba. Never, naturally, she was with Baba all along. So wherever Baba went, she also went. She went. Talking about blue bus tours, some of you may know, some of you may not know. There were four, not one, not two, there were four blue bus tours. Four. In India only, within India only. And money was with Baba on all four bus tours, the blue bus tours as we call them. Then during the new life, Mani was one of the four women who went with Baba. Mera was one, Mani was the second, Dr. Goher and Meru. Meru, the youngest, was the fourth one. The other females was female in the Mandli were either sent to Ahmednagar, uh, Akbar Press, or in Pune, or in Bombay, etc., etc. I won't go into details, but Mani was with Mera, with Baba during the new life as well. As I recollect, as I've read, she went to Satara, Nasik, Rauri, Dehradun, Mehrabad, Merazad, and the West. She also went to the West. She was one of those who were involved with the accident. But mercifully, somebody had to be saved. So Baba saved Mani from, she was part of the accident. She was in that car, but she was the least injured. She was the least injured. And she was helpful because she was least injured. Time not permitting, we won't go into that. She was also storyteller par excellence. I repeat, she was a storyteller par excellence. I have heard Iraj and Mani both telling stories at Berazad in the Mandi Hall. She would put her life into the story, as she said. And you have to, you don't even have to imagine, you felt she is taking us into that atmosphere. That is how she narrated the story. Great entertainer, great entertainer. She would laugh, make us laugh like mad, like crazy. You know, she would put herself in that situation and then narrate. And she was a good mimic. I don't know if I said that. She was a good mimic. So she would mimic that person, and that made us laugh more. Yes. She endeared Baba because she never questioned Baba. She never ever questioned Baba. Haji. Only answer was Haji Baba. And no questions, no doubts. Whatever Baba said was done. Was done means was done. So that was money. Yeah. So we finish with Baba's siblings. We come. Well, the question is, can you tell us about the skin color of money? Because it changed. Nobody has told me, I have not read it anywhere, but I take it that she had lucrodoma. In Gujarati we say kor, and she must have, this is a conjecture, please don't quote me outside that Jimmy Khan said this. This is a conjecture. And she must have taken injection. Maybe injections were available in those days also, where you don't leave a person with spots, the whole skin turns white. The whole skin turns white. So you don't feel that this person has leukodoma, but I presume, and maybe my presumption is right, she had that. Maybe. I'll stop at that because it's not, I've read many Baba books, but nowhere it has ever said this. So I'll stop at that. This is This is my take. Okay, we come back to the next level of siblings. We have only 5 minutes to go, so we'll need to rush through this. Gulnar and Jangu, they have, I'm using the word have, uh, Merwan son, who is in the west. He was at he was in one of the southern states, and Mernaz was born to Gulnar, and Mernaz is married to Arvind Chopra, Dr. Arvind Chopra. Arvind Chopra comes from a Baba family. He is a doctor by profession, and it was Mehra and Mani who once saw Arvind at one of the Amartithis, and they thought that this guy is good for Gulnar. So they did the matchmaking for Gulnar, sorry, for Mernaz, and it is at their instance that they got married. They are living in Baba house. Uh, Gulnar's father had purchased Baba house from the Iranis. And Meriar is their son. He's a dentist. He's in Pune. His practice is in Pune. And he stays with his parents at Baba house. Sorab and Sarnaz. Sorab who's coming to the center this month. They have two daughters. Meroz is married to Minu Hamilton. Somehow, Minu is not a Parsi. Minu is an American, but his name is given as Minu. Maybe from one of the Baba lovers. And they have a daughter and a son, Behram. Son lives in California. They have a daughter also, Dilruba. Dilruba is married to Rashid. They live in Pune. Dilruba is a multi-talented girl. She's a young woman. They have a child called Chirag. She plays guitar. I've seen her playing guitar last year. She sings very well. She really sings well. I've heard her at MPR on the first floor in the hall. So that's Swarab and Shanaz. Then Rustam and Parveen. I said Parveen is Baba Kodaiji's sister, Behroz's sister, and they have son Merdil. Merdil is married to Kara in the west. They live in the west at Asheville in North Carolina. And Shirin married to Adi, and they have two sons, Darin and Cyrus. They live in New York. I think I'll call it a day. Dara and Amrit, they have two sons. One is Merwan, the other is Jamshed. Merwan lives in Asheville. Yes, he lives in Asheville. Why Merwan has become very famous is because in the US he started Chai Pani. It's more of a snacky joint. I don't think it's a dinner joint. It's more of a snacky joint, more of Indian cuisine, and he has been honored. Merwan has been honored in White House. I repeat, Merwan. I've seen a video. He has been honored in White House, and the word Chai Pani was called out, and he was honored using the word Chai Pani. So the other brother lives in Australia, in Melbourne. I think let's call it a day. It's 7 o'clock. I thought I don't have
Uncle?
material to speak.
Jai
But
Baba.
good going.
Jimmy uncle,
Baba, thank you. Yes.
you want to show the pictures quickly?
Oh, I'm so sorry. So sorry. You should have stopped me. Please do it. Yeah, this is Shariaji and Shirinmai. Shariaji in young days, Shirinmai also in younger days, and Shariaji and Shirinmai in the Shirinma in the old days. So that's Shariaji and Shirinma. You can make out age difference of 24 years between. Some of you can come here. Hello, you can come here and look. You can come here. You can make out the age difference of 24 years. Okay, next. Next. Yeah. Now, from my right, I don't know how you look at it. From my right, it is Behram with a solar hat. Then next to him is on his left, on his right is Jal. Yeah, go ahead. Jal. Yeah. Then their mother Shirinmai. Then beloved Baba and Mani. And I'm not too sure which brother is on the left. So I won't say anything. We move. Yeah, this is Shirinmai. I can't, maybe you can read, I can't read the names.
Meherwan's family at Butler Mohalla, House Veranda,
Butler Mullah.
during the 1920s. From the left to the right, Shirin Mai, sister Manija, brothers Adi and Jal. This is the helper, and Sheriaji.
Okay, let's move. Yeah, this is Jamshed, the first son, Baba's elder brother, Jamshed. Yeah, these are all pictures of Baba. Yeah, this is Freni who expired at the age of 6. Baba loved her. Yeah, this is Jalbai. Maybe Jalbai's car, I suppose. Yeah, Behram. This is Behram, the one who was married to Perrin, Rustam Sorab's father. Jahangir passed away at age 2. Srimand, she was a few months old. I think 7 months old. This is Adi Jr., smart, handsome-looking guy in three-piece suit, young, handsome guy. He was the one who was in England, Adi Jr. Yeah, the multi-talented. See, here you can see Mani playing sitar. I don't know whether she really played violin, but that's that. God Brother, I forgot about this. This is her book. If you've not read God Brother, you better read it. Avatar Meher. There are more? Are there more coming up?
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Jai Meher Baba. Jai Baba.
अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। हे परवरदिगार, सबके राखनहार और सबकी रक्षा करने वाले, तुम्हारा कोई आदि नहीं है और न तुम्हारा कोई अंत है। तुम अद्वैत हो, तुम तुलना से परे हो और तुम्हारा पार कोई नहीं पा सकता है। तुम्हारा कोई रंग और कोई रूप नहीं है। तुम अविभाव से रहित हो और तुम गुणान्वित हो। तुम अपार हो और अगाध हो, कल्पना और धारणा से परे हो, शाश्वत और अनश्वर हो। तुम अखंडीय हो और दिव्य नेत्रों के सिवाय और किसी भी प्रकार से तुम्हें कोई नहीं देख सकता है। तुम्हारा अस्तित्व सदैव था, तुम सदैव रहते हो और तुम सदैव रहोगे। तुम सर्वत्र हो, तुम हर वस्तु में हो और तुम हर जगह से परे तथा हर वस्तु से परे भी हो। तुम आकाश में हो और पाताल में हो, तुम व्यक्त हो और अव्यक्त हो। तुम सब लोगों पर हो और समस्त लोगों से परे भी हो। तुम तीनों भुवनों में हो और तीनों भुवनों से परे भी हो। तुम अगोचर हो और स्वतंत्र हो। तुम सृष्टि के रचने वाले हो, स्वामियों के स्वामी हो, समस्त मनों और हृदयों के ज्ञाता हो। तुम सर्वशक्तिमान हो और सर्वव्यापी हो। तुम अनंत ज्ञान हो, अनंत शक्ति हो और अनंत आनंद हो। तुम ज्ञान के महासागर हो, सर्वज्ञ हो, अनंत ज्ञान रखने वाले हो। तुम भूत, वर्तमान और भविष्य के ज्ञाता हो और तुम स्वयं ज्ञान हो। तुम पूर्ण दयामय हो और सदैव परोपकारी हो। तुम आत्माओं की आत्मा हो और अनंत गुणों से संपूर्ण एक परमात्मा हो। तुम सत्य, ज्ञान और परमानंद की त्रिमूर्ति हो। तुम सत्य के मूल हो, प्रेम के महासागर हो। तुम सनातन सत्ता हो, ऊंचों में सबसे ऊंचे हो। तुम प्रभु और परमेश्वर हो। तुम पर ब्रह्म हो और परात्परी पर ब्रह्म भी हो। तुम पर ब्रह्म परमात्मा हो, अल्लाह हो, इलाही हो, यजदान हो और मज़्द हो और प्रियतम ईश्वर हो। तुम्हारा नाम यजद अर्थात एकमात्र पूज्य है। हे असीम दया के निधि प्रभुराज, हम अपने सब पापों के लिए पश्चाताप करते हैं। हर एक विचार के लिए जो असत्य, अनुचित या गंदा था, हर एक बोले हुए शब्द के लिए जिसे बोलना हमें उचित न था, और हर एक कर्म के लिए जिसे करना हमें उचित न था। स्वार्थ से प्रेरित हर एक कर्म, शब्द और विचार के लिए तथा द्वेष प्रेरित हर एक कर्म, शब्द और विचार के लिए हम पश्चाताप करते हैं। विशेषकर हर एक कामुक विचार तथा क्रिया के लिए, ऐसे हर एक वचन के लिए जिसको हमने पूरा नहीं किया, और सभी निंदा, पाखंड, दम या लोगों के पीछे उनके दोष बताने के लिए हम अनुताप करते हैं। और खासकर दूसरों का नाश करने वाले हर एक कर्म के लिए, दूसरों को दुख देने वाले हर एक शब्द तथा कर्म के लिए तथा दूसरों पर दुख गिरने की इच्छा करने के लिए हम अनुताप करते हैं। हे प्रभुराज, आप हम पर असीम दया करके हमारे किए हुए पापों को क्षमा कीजिए और वैसे ही आपकी मर्जी के अनुसार विचार करने में, बोलने में तथा कार्य करने में जो हमारी असमर्थता सदा रहती आई है, उसको भी क्षमा कीजिए। यही हमारी आपसे प्रार्थना है। प्रियतम परमात्मा, हमारी ऐसी सहायता करो कि हम तुमसे अधिक का अधिक प्रेम करें, और अधिक और अधिक और फिर भी उससे भी अधिक प्रेम करें, जब तक कि हम तुझ में मिलकर एक हो जाने के पात्र बन जाए। और तू हम सबकी ऐसी सहायता कर कि हम अंत अंत तक प्रियतम बाबा का दामन दूरता से पकड़े रहे। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय।
हो जावे नार जहलत नी कर खुद रथ ने फरमा तू छलागी आश भक्तों ने के बख्शे नूरे ईमातू अया मुर्शद मेहर बाबा चरण पर तुझ न धरिए सर खुदाना जात थी वाकिफ थई बे थो मेहर बातू तू छे माँ लिख हकीकत नो तू आशिक भी ने आरिफ भी तू छे दरी याए वहदत मारिफत नो हो ही तू फातू हमोर है रव ने सालेक बखश्चे ज्ञान ईजदनु के तू पर महात्मा ज्ञानी छने मोग तारेर फातू खुदाना प्रेम नो प्यालो पिलावी मस्त हमने कर छे तुझ पर जान सद के साखिया पी दे पैमा तू हमारी नाव भर दरिए तरावे तो हमें तरिए हमारा ना खुदा ए मेहर बाबा छेनिगे बातू हमारा ना खुदा ए मेहर बाबा छेनिगे बातू बुझावे नार जहलत नी कर खुद रत्ने फरमातू छलागी आश भक्तों ने के बख्शे नूरे मातू। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय।
जहाँ कल्पना शब्द न पहुँचे ऐसे अपरंपार नेति नेति वेद पुकारे महिमा तोरी अपार दिव्य सनातन परम दया धन दिव्य सनातन परम दया धन हे जगदोधारो मेहर मन आरती स्वीकारो मेहर मन आरती स्वीकारो धूप दीप चंदन चर्चाना भोग लगाना फूल चढ़ाना तुम्हारा ही तुमको लौटाना काहे बड़ाई करूं मेहर मन आरती स्वीकारो मेहर मन आरती स्वीकारो सकल निधि के तुम कारण हो सकल विश्व तारन हारे हो तुम सम और नहीं तुम ही हो हे सत अवतारो मेहर मन आरती स्वीकारो। मेहर मन आरती स्वीकारो। सकल चराचर तुम्हारी माया, माया भी तो तुम्हारी छाया। तुम्हारा अंत न कोई पाया, तुम हो अनंत खरो। मेहर मन आरती स्वीकारो। मेहर मन आरती स्वीकारो। अपने को जब जो नहीं जाने, महिमा तुम्हारी क्या पहचाने। जो कुछ भी कहते अनजाने, गुण गाते तुम्हारो। मेहर मन आरती स्वीकारो। मेहर मन आरती स्वीकारो। सीमा नाही तुम्हारी कृपा को, क्या कोई दे सकता प्रभु तुमको। भीख तुम्ही दो प्रेमी जनों को, नित्य तुम्हें सुमरो। मेहर मन आरती स्वीकारो। मेहर मन आरती स्वीकारो। दिव्य सनातन परम दयाधन, दिव्य सनातन परम दयाधन। हे जगदोद्धारो। मेहर मन आरती स्वीकारो। मेहर मन आरती स्वीकारो। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय।
अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय।
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. See you all next week. Till then, stay safe, take care, and keep Baba with you. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai.